The old tear continues. It is flawless. One of the greatest rescues I've ever made. And since this is a construction site, boys, I'll go ahead and share with you. This is at the end of Moore's Lane and Wilson Pike. There is one of the largest mound sites known, and I can't remember where it is. There's a massive mound right here. And then not only that, it is in between one of the oldest paleo sites documented in Middle Tennessee. Rich man, this is one of the most affluent areas in Nashville. A good buddy that works for Mid-10 Erosion turned me onto it. Alan, thank you so freaking much. Oh my God, brother. I mean, the truck's right there. I've only done 2 rows. I'm picking up every single piece of flint I can to rescue it. We had a killer rain. My uncle literally just sent me the video yesterday, like, dude, you better get over here. Walesy, I'm so sorry I couldn't wait on you. Look at that. You want to talk about a smoker pine tree. OMG. That's a pine. That's a pine and a half, and it's just got flawless. I mean, every corner, every barb, the tip. I mean, I'm barely into the walk. I'm gonna call Joe CC if he wants to come before I continue any further. But boys, this is one of the greatest rescues I've ever made. And the sheer fact this is about to go under hydro seed is the exact reason. I mean, the sheer fact that survived getting ripped. Look at the shears. Talking about shear. Look at those freaking teeth. The sheer fact that survived the dozer. All this work, all this time. It was so meant to be for me. It's not even funny. Unc, thank you so much. Alan, thank you so much. I'm glad I waited on that rain to get on this before they hydro seeded it. Oh my gosh, boys. Unreal. Ugh. Tell me I ain't living right. Woo, Betsy. All right, see y'all. OMG. We've got an old settlement house. You can see by the stone stack foundation. That's a very old house right there. This is a walking path. Again, rich people have taken this area just completely over. They ran me off my site. I wasn't there 2 minutes and found this bad boy pine tree, which I'm about to pull out. I just wanted to show you all the mound leading up. This is the main plaza mound. And thank God they've kept it intact and turned it into a park area somewhat. Oh my gosh, I'm almost out of breath. I walked the creek looking for artifacts. They ran me out, and I told that man I'll be here until y'all leave. And once they leave, we're going back in there, me and Walesy. So look for that, boys. But I'm gonna get up here. I'll climb up there and I'll shoot a cleanup after washing that point off in the creek. Give me 1 minute. Okay, bye. He's making the summit. And this is the main plaza mound. There's a house. We gotta be 50 feet up in the air. 50 feet with a nice big, I'd say about 30 by 40 feet. Flat top. There's the construction site, boys. And when those dirty dogs are done, Benny's gonna be back here in just a minute. Apparently this mound site, and then again, one of the oldest documented paleo sites is just not too far. But man, oh man, I'm out of breath. And again, I just wanted to show, I mean, talk about meant to be. I mean, gosh. My uncle texted me last night, I better get over here. And I told him he done messed up not walking it yesterday. But boys, that's a 9,000-year-old point right there, just flawless. Probably one of the nicest pine trees I've ever found. I'm trying to make sure I typed her correctly, and it's most certainly a pine tree. Slight twist to it, 4-way beveled though, and just gorgeous. Gorgeous workmanship. But oh, again, you want to talk about living right, and there's several more mounds from the construction site over here. You can see multiple mounds right back here behind it that all line what is this old Spring Creek that the road's built next to. And then the Spring Creek Just on the other side of the house, immediately connects to a larger creek right there. But I mean, if you were to choose a spot to set up a major civilization, this would be it. No different than those rich people. That's why they're here. That's why early man chose all the sites he did. But again, just wanted to share. Josie Wales, you need to hurry up and get off, and these boys up here need to hurry up and get off, because I'm not leaving until every artifact's safe from the ground. Not leaving. That's about 2.5, 2 inches. Doesn't matter about the size, it's the age. It's the age and just a smoker pine. And I can feel it in that breeze, boys. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Oh my. All right, see y'all. Real quick, I've started to explore the area, and I can almost see it as you go. Looks to be another mound back there. The plaza mound that I was just on top of, which I didn't realize I shouldn't climb, which was stupid. Either way, the sign was ripped out. Here's mound number 2. Right on the other side of the tree line is the giant plaza mound, and it even looks like they had maybe some kind of snake mound effigy in front of it. Could be earthworks as well. Either way, the plaza mound is gigantic and right over there. The tree line kind of took over some of this other secondary mound right here. We're gonna keep walking and just see how many of them there are. I see another sign way back there, and most likely that's indicating that mound, like I said, in the very distance. But we'll get over there, take a look, and you know, I'll show y'all more. Again, we're waiting on these boys to get done with that construction site across the street, and I will be all over it here just in a couple hours. See y'all. All right, just a quick little video of the archaeological sign, all the excavations that took place. Yeah, I'm digging up the mounds. That was, you know, a big part of anthropology, wasn't it? We have to know, after 100 years of conquering a man, what's inside there. All right. And maybe 200 years, but either way. Sad state of affairs. At least they're still intact and the rich men haven't taken it over. I am proud of the city for that. All right, see y'all. Okay, what we just looked at was mound 1, which I believe to be the main plaza mound. It seemed to be the biggest. Interpretive sign, Boiling Springs Academy, mound number 5. I didn't realize in the creek, apparently I came by one smaller one that was right there, and I'm sure the road probably took out another mound. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mounds right here at least. Here, we'll get you a little better description. Yeah, mound 1 is the tallest. Very, very cool stuff. And you can see it says sometime between 950 and 1050. Well, that pine tree across the street is 8,000 to 9,000 at least years old. So it just goes to show you what a well-used site this was, and for how long, and why these rich men are all over it and building all over top of it as well. It's sad to see Nashville. They call Nashville Hamunaptra, which is the natives do, which is obviously the city of the dead, and they call it that for good reason. It's very sad to see, but here you go. It'll give you a good idea what these mounds consisted of when they dug them out, which is sad as hell. But either way, all in the name of archaeology, anthropology. Yay! And they still don't know much. Either way, I'm enjoying being here, and gosh, again, you've got mound 1 just on the other side of the trees. Here's mound 2. Mound 3 seems to be, you can see that hump right there in the field. It's a smaller mound right there. Mound 3, you can see it on the map. Smaller hump there. Let's go back there and see if we can find that bigger mound 4 in the back. Which one is mound 4? Low, 4-foot tall mound that was shipped by the removal of soils that was used by building mound. Either way, let's go find her. See, just got around to the side of mound 2. Mound 3 is right here, and of course, I mean, it looks like they even cut into it to put this little wraparound driveway. This used to be a park. They've closed it down, and they ask you not to walk on the area, which I will be respectful. I did get on that plaza mound, and let me tell you, the spiritual connection that was made It's stronger than you'd ever believe. I don't care what they say. There's some kind of earthwork going on up here. Maybe that's some kind of erosion control to protect the mound. And then some natural hilltop up there, which was most definitely, probably without having to build a mound, was probably their most sacred spot. Probably just tiered all the way down to the biggest over there. But all of them almost kept on the same elevation. And again, I'm gonna respect the site and stay off of Mound 4 and 3 and 2, because Mound 4 is right back there. And you can see that good rise in the ground. Again, if I get down, you can see the hump here, and the road definitely did cut into it. But right back there is another hump, a good rise in the field, another mound. And I don't know if you can see it through the trees. Mound 4 is right there, and it's massive. Or excuse me, Mound 1, but. All right, boys, quick little cleanup of this beauty. Wanted to show her one last time, and definitely a G10 pine tree. Definitely a G10, definitely a G10 greenbrier. And I mean, literally the same day I posted that greenbrier morphology video, did I hit this thing? I wasn't on this site 5 minutes and walked up and picked it up. I mean, raced there after work, but I raced there when I found out when I got off work, not either way. Wanted to show that puppy one more time, and had the most spiritual, uplifting moment when I was on that main plaza mound in the wind with this pine tree in my hand. And I mean, dude, every hair on my body stood up, but was just connected and could feel almost everything. Very, very, very cool. Very special moment, but again, just wanted to share. And while we were waiting around, we had an historian give us a just the most amazing history lesson on that schoolhouse from the early 1800s, and also the mounds. You know, she said during the summer, or during the winter, that kids will actually come down there and sled down the thing and everything else. Heck, they got a lawnmower that runs around the top, so I don't feel so bad for walking up on it, especially after the connection that was made. But yes, just really, really cool. Apparently those people were the original stone box grave people, the mound builders, the Mississippian culture. And yes, they buried their dead in that, what they call, I believe, flexed position. If you pause the video, you could probably see some of the sign. But, some of the signs, you know, what it says on there. But yeah, they buried their dead in the flexed position, almost in the fetal position. And that main plaza mound was the chief's mound, apparently. And when one chief would die, they'd bury him there and put 3 more feet of soil and shell and other things, I'm sure, on top of him. And then the new chief would live, which is, again, very common for the Mississippian culture, to bury their dead in their house, you know, right where they lived. But yes, just super, super interesting. And apparently they later evolved into what is the stone box culture. And the cool part is it was, you know, maybe founded around 950 AD, 1050. But they said around the 1500s, they pretty much, what they think, burned the city, all the pillars, everything was charred and just burned and completely left. Be it, their best guess is when Hernando de Soto, you know, was doing his little explorations in the 1500s through the U.S. And, you know, they think he might have come in contact with these people, and obviously either, you know, they say that the disease is brought by the Europeans, which he most certainly did, from smallpox to other things, killed out, you know, 1/3 or 2/3 of the population of all the Native Americans. So they think sickness might have broke out, and they just burned everything to the ground and left, which is quite strange, you know, 1500s, just to abandon a civilization that had been around for 500 years living there. Something major happened. Also found out that apparently when the city digs up graves around town, they show up in the middle of the night without asking, dig up mound number 4 in the back, and apparently just add bodies to it. Which, if that's true, that is extremely disturbing. Extremely disturbing, but not that anybody gives a damn. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to show what was my nicest greenbrier, nicest pine tree ever found. kind of explain why you didn't see a follow-up video, and kind of share some of the, you know, information that was, you know, shared with me. Thank y'all again. Until the next one. See ya.